Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, this is Potato, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and I'm back again with another Amberlynn Reed vlog reaction situation type of deal. Yeah, I'm here, I'm back, and I do have different hair, and it's not what I wanted, so feel free to tell me you love it or don't like it. Either way, I've already talked to my stylist and we are finding some time to fix it, to get it closer to what I originally wanted. I love my stylist, he's great, he's very good at helping me get what I want, and this is not it. And I am self-conscious about it, and I don't look the same as I always look, bestie, okay? Alright, but I am self-conscious about it, cause I don't know, it's like I look and that's all I can see. I'm like looking in the viewfinder right now and it's like, that's all I can see. But hopefully you can look past it. Hopefully you can look past it as we get into today's video, which is titled, I messed up, parentheses, Temu, in parentheses, doctor's appointment, and let's go shopping! Bar vlog. And here's the thing, I did in fact skip her Temu haul, mostly because I didn't think that there would be too much that I could genuinely give you like an entertaining reaction to, and two, because Destiny had put out her video and I decided to focus on covering that instead of reacting to the Temu haul. So I know a lot of people have watched it. A lot of people messaged me saying that they feel like she's manic in that video. And one thing I'm not gonna do is like diagnose somebody from a video as being manic, because one, if I was even qualified, which I'm not, so that's one, I'm not qualified to diagnose anybody, but two, even if I was qualified, I wouldn't be able to do that from a video, I assume. So I don't want to make any judgments on what was going on with her mental health in that video. I will say she did seem very happy to be opening up packages, but I think that checks out from what we know about Amberlynn. She loves to open some shit up, she loves to spend money, and it would make sense to me that she was very excited to be doing all of those things. So I don't know, I guess when I watched it, it didn't seem too out of the ordinary because she loves buying shit, and that has been standard on her channel. Which is why this video already has, this one we're gonna react to, already has something in the title about going shopping again. Because surprise, that is like one of the hallmarks of her channel, is buying a bunch of shit she doesn't need. But the other thing I'm also curious about is like what the mess up is with Temu. Knowing her, it could easily be something like, oh, I shouldn't have bought this item, I messed up. Or it could be her responding to people who were calling her out for shopping from Temu. Specifically, I did see something on her Instagram stories where somebody asked, do you know if Temu has good practices and do they use forced labor? IDK much about it. And she said, I don't know anything about the company, sorry. Listen, I don't think she should, necessarily know everything there is about every place that she's ever bought stuff from. I think if we really dove down deep, there's probably some questionable ethical things done by a lot of the companies we all regularly buy from. But I do take issue with her just being like, I don't know anything about it. Sorry, besties. So I'm curious if she's gonna address that in today's video or not. And that could be what the title is about. I think it could go either way between the two things that I suggested. But I also just don't know how far behind she is in recording. And by behind, I just mean where her pre-recorded content is at. Because it's possible, if she is addressing that we're pretty much in real time, because she only just posted this Temu haul on Wednesday. So I guess with that being said, let's just get to, shall we?
Hello guys, welcome to my vlog. I am just getting ready for therapy, which is in 30 minutes.
Oh.
And I've been watching the Brian Koberger arraignment.
Okay, so this is, well, one, I think this is the same shirt she was wearing in the Temu haul, but two, I think this is the same day because I think in the Temu haul she said that she had just got done with therapy, meaning this probably was all filmed in the same day. Good. Gotcha. Here we go.
Today is my 9th therapy session.
Work. We're almost there.
12th one. I just get reevaluated, reassessed, just talk, see, has my relationship with food changed? Am I healing from trauma?
Work.
And I would like to say that yes, I am. And yes, my relationship with food has changed. I will never be perfect, and that's not what they're wanting from me or aiming for. They're not looking for perfection. They're looking for progress, and that is definitely happening. So I am happy about that.
In regards to people noting that she seemed particularly happy that in the Temu haul, now that I'm thinking about it and processing while she's talking about therapy and stuff, because I've heard her say all that stuff about therapy before, but while I was sitting there processing and thinking about how this is filmed in the same day, I am curious now more than ever about her being so happy, especially because in that video she did say that she had just finished doing therapy, and normally we've seen her really sad after therapy or needing to take time to decompress. And so I'm just curious, I guess really in comparison between this vlog and the Temu haul, where her energy levels are at. Again, not necessarily to make any kind of assessment on her mental health diagnoses, because I really think she's just always going to be happy to spend money and open up packages from things that she spent money on. But I am curious if she'll have the same level of I'm just happy, because she was defending the Temu haul a lot on Instagram too, saying I wasn't manic, I was just really happy, I'm just happy in life right now. And so I'm curious if she'll have that same energy throughout this vlog,
I got a few hours of sleep last night, so I am just really tired. My whole body is just so tired. So
also fascinating because she keeps insisting on Instagram that she's getting regular amounts of sleep. And I feel every once in a while, this video included, she'll come on and be I only got a few hours of sleep last night, and then act surprised when people are why aren't you getting good amount of sleep? Why is your sleep schedule bad?
I'm hoping to fall asleep early tonight. I don't know. I just have the most energy at nighttime. It's crazy.
Okay.
I wish I could just feel this tired at night, because right now I am just tired. Oh, and also, good news. I got my Temu order. Actually came in the mail today. So
Great news.
In the mail after my therapy.
Great news.
I think I'm going to film a whole unboxing. I'm super excited. I ordered over 50 items.
Oh, Poe doesn't approve, but I was just about to pause regardless of Poe barking to just say, yeah, she did get over 50 items, and I think she said that it cost her $172. I don't know, half of it was just stuff she absolutely didn't need. It's just so wild to me. $172 for junk is still expensive, in my opinion.
And I did it all for video purposes. So yeah, I'm excited to film that.
That's the only purpose?
Review, because I have seen so many people talk about Temu, and I'm I want to give it a go.
I feel some type of way about her saying she only did that for video purposes, because then if you didn't really need those things, I feel that is, in fact, wasteful. I feel it is, in fact, wasteful. Not to mention whatever ethical concerns people have with Temu,
Hello. Okay,
hi.
It's finished. So I have to do a lot of therapy homework. It's a lot of paper and writing. And you guys know me. I love that. So the one that I had to do last week was challenging questions. And so this week's homework is patterns of problematic thinking worksheet. I have to give examples to when I do these things. Jumping to conclusions when the evidence is lacking or even contradictory.
Sure.
Let's hope I pronounce that right, because you guys know me. After therapy, I can't talk. And the reason why I film right after therapy...
I love her addressing this because Girly insists she doesn't. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one that asked this, but I have asked this a whole lot of why do you film immediately after therapy if you can't get your words together? I'm sure other reaction channels have probably said it. I'm sure it's happened in her comments. I don't claim to be, like, the only person saying these things. I just think it's interesting because she says she's not watching me and or other reaction channels, and she's answering a question I've asked many times.
Is because it's, like, fresh in my mind, and I just do not want to think about it for the rest of the day. Sure.
I mean, that makes sense. I'm just saying perhaps take 2 seconds, 15 minutes, some kind of a break to collect your thoughts in your mind and give your voice a rest and come back here and talk to us about it.
And I just want to get you guys and talk to you guys, like, as soon as therapy is done, like, as a fresh mind. And I noticed that I'm not being super, like, oversharing my therapy sessions. I'm definitely keeping a lot of it, internal, because it is private, but I try to share as much as I can. So, the things that I have to do is the jumping to conclusions one. I have to give an example of when I exaggerate or minimize a situation. When I disregard important aspects of a situation. When I simplify things as good or bad or right, wrong. When I overgeneralize. Not talk. When I overgeneralize from a single incident. When I do, like, mind reading, which is, like, you assume people are thinking negatively of you when there is no like, definite evidence for this. And then the last one is emotional reasoning. When you have a feeling, so you assume there must be, like, a reason. Like,
I just, like, listening to her talk about all these things, I can just think of times where I have, like, seen her do these things. I've seen her do these things even in just, like, interacting with me. Like, I just can see it, feel it, and I'm glad she's working on them because, I'm not a therapist, but I can think of times where she did all of those things. Every single one of them. So I'm glad she's working on that. I'm glad you're making progress, Amberlynn.
You assume that you are correct in that. So I feel like for me...
Well, maybe I shouldn't say progress, but maybe this will help you make some progress in those areas.
The one that I do the most is definitely, like, the mind reading, where I assume people are thinking negatively, even though there's no evidence, or the emotional reasoning. I'm also very, I oversimplify things, I feel like, where it's, like, the good, bad, right, wrong.
Right.
But I do all these. These are very normal. Like my therapist said, like, these are normal. Everyone does these things.
Sure. But you definitely do. You definitely, like, Zach is either 100% good, 100% bad. Just as an example, that, like, Instagram story she just made recently about me, I talked about it briefly in the video I posted yesterday. But even just in that, she was like, he is an absolute horrible human. Although I think the reality is that people who watch me can know that it's like, it's not 100% good, 100% bad. It's probably somewhere in the middle. And she does stuff like that all the time. I mean, I think a lot of people tend to do stuff like that. I think she's also correct that these things are a lot of things that, like, people do just in general. I mean, even just the, like, seeing only good, only bad, I feel like I see people do that all the time. And I think, like, in general, because lots of people do it, that's, like, why people also have a hard time, like, viewing Amberlynn as positive or negative. Like, it's only, like, she can either be a perfect human or the absolute worst human ever, and I think that's why people get frustrated when sometimes I see nuance and try to empathize and understand where she's coming from. It's very difficult, and if I'm being honest, also, like, we talked a lot about it whenever I was taking a class on student development theory when I was in my master's program. A big thing that people learn in college and develop in college is the ability to see nuance past black and white, right? Like, that there is duality in a lot of things, and that sometimes things are inherently good or bad, black or white, etc. She is correct that, it's not necessarily uncommon for people to experience that, but Amberlynn definitely does all of those things that she just listed off that she needs to work through.
We want to go a little bit deeper. Let's talk about those deeper.
Ooh, what do you know about going deeper?
Therapy, the session went really good.
Good.
Ever since I was diagnosed with PTSD, I have to fill out a worksheet every single week right before the appointment, and my scores have already lowered. So therapy works, children. Do it. I wish I would have done it sooner, but...
Well, just a reminder, you have done it sooner, and in the past you have said that you've gone deep and things like that. Need I remind you? But I am glad it's working for you, bestie. I really also believe that, like, if you find a good therapist, it can work. I'm just noting that she has claimed that she has gone deep and that therapy worked in the past, and every time in recent history that she talks about this new therapist, she acts like none of that has ever happened before and that this is the only time where she's ever felt like it was helpful.
It doesn't matter. The past is the past. We are definitely focusing on...
Why did that feel like she was responding to me?
The present is amazing because I'm doing this and I'm improving, and it just, I don't know, it's pretty great. And something else, we talked about, I get overly emotional when I like talk about my brother and how, you know, the things that he's going through. I'm not going to get into detail because that's not for me to say. Because I do get super emotional when it comes to my brother, and I am always putting myself in his shoes, and my therapist is like, yeah, you're an empath for sure. I started LOLing, and I was like, yeah, I'm so quirky. I don't know, I just really like this therapist.
She's such an empath, for sure. For sure.
He's pretty great. I'm gonna go get my Temu order now because I'm excited, so let's go look at that.
She's just, if you don't know, she's just always out here claiming to be an empath, and there's been so many examples of her on the internet where, I don't know, she's not been very empathic. She really hasn't. But I'm so glad I paused on this little blurry foot action down here. Whoop whoop, come on, Amberlynn's feet. Let's get sickening. Ooh, the little squish noise. The little squish noise they made kind of getting me diagnosed with ASMR. Oh, look at these great thumbnail skills.
Hello? Hi, Teemu. Love your stuff.
This is...
Love it. It's great quality. I have a mess, though. Alright, bye.
Oh, I about choked on all the cringe. Besties. Oh my god. Oh, the cringe is still going.
I need help. So, I already filmed my Temu haul, so watch that. But look at this mess.
Yeah. Look at all this unnecessary waste, not to mention the unnecessary waste from the actual products that are likely just gonna go straight to Goodwill, knowing you, but like the unnecessary waste from all this packaging. Look at it all, Amberlynn. Look at what you've created.
Look at this crazy mess I have to clean up.
Yeah.
I'm about to do that right now.
Please.
Alright, you guys. So I want to show you if
if I recall, those are blue light lenses. Let me just, these are blurry. I haven't worn these in a long time. I have not worn these in a long time. A long time, besties. They are, they're struggling. How about that? Should I just join her in my blue light lenses?
Okay. So, Rarity was just brushed, and now you just press this button.
Okay.
And the fur is supposed to come off easily, so...
And does it?
Let's see if it's true.
Does it?
That was so satisfying. I want to put it back just...
Oh my god.
You guys, look at these cards.
Is this where I have to go see all of her fucking Temu purchases in action? See, this is why I knew I didn't need to waste time reacting to it, because she's going to show me everything again in this video.
From Temu. If you guys have not watched that video, you definitely should, because I got a lot.
You definitely should, because she's got to make her $172 back. She spent $172, so she needs that AdSense revenue from you watching it.
Look at these cards. these?
They are cute.
They're so cute.
They are,
like
but what?
59 cents, like so cheap.
That's 59 cents too much, bestie. I honestly, what are you gonna do with these? Or you're not gonna actually play cards with them.
Had to get it because I love playing cards. I'm a really good shuffler. Sadly, you cannot shuffle these. They're so tiny.
Right,
look.
what the fuck are you gonna do with them?
Things are so adorable. Like, I'm gonna sit here and play solitaire. Yes, I am.
But you can't shuffle the cards. So how are you gonna play solitaire? Don't you gotta mix those up? Even if it's just playing by yourself?
So adorable. Teeny tiny.
Oh, the next day.
Oh
Okay.
God, wait, the lighting is so bad.
Not the Bambi and Feline shirt.
Hello. Okay, so I am wearing the shirt, the Feline and Bambi shirt. And I want to show you guys.
I mean, I'm
a
good.
Subscriber got it for me.
I'm good. I don't need to see those two deer nuzzled in between your titty crevice. I'm good. I'm good, bestie. Their heads are squashed between your titties.
And Feline is at work right now, so. But.
Well, there you go.
It fits. It's actually really loose.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know why, but like when I opened the package, I was like, she looks a little small, but she actually fits me really good.
That's because you're a skinny
so I just
legend.
want to say thank you. Right now I'm doing a little bit of cleaning. Got some boxes to take to the recycling.
Okay.
I just had to show this, that I love it, it fits, and thank you to the subscriber who got it.
I just had to show this. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
For me, and when Feline's wearing hers, I'll show you. My hair is giving. I've just been doing...
Giving what? Listen, I usually only say this when you're talking poorly about your hair. But let me say this while you're also claiming that it looks really good. Because here's what I gotta tell you, bestie. You look the same as you always do!
Doing some spring cleaning today. So it's giving... you're a mess, because I am.
You're a mess, 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 mess. You're a mess, 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 mess. I'm a mess in distress. I'm a mess, 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 mess. I'm a mess, 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 mess. I'm a mess, 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 mess. Do y'all love that La Seraphim K-pop song? Oh, I'm obsessed with it! So
first of all, I just want to say thank you guys so much for just like the sweet support and kind words. Because of my dietitian appointment video.
Oh.
You guys are rooting
I was like, about the Temu haul?
Just as much as I am rooting for myself, and just thank you so much. I feel like I talk more, like, in depth about, like, how I'm feeling and what I'm going through, like, whether it be with, like, therapy or just life in general, weight loss, over on my Instagram, so you guys need to, like, follow me over there, because it's, like, popping over there. And
It's so wild, though. It's so wild, though, because, like... why are you in a better mood, better place, better space on one social media to the next, you know? I don't know. I mean, I guess I could maybe understand it to some extent if I'm trying to relate to myself. Like, I definitely do have a different vibe on Twitch than I do on YouTube, right? Because, like, my Twitch community is smaller, and I've gotten to know... I mean, I don't know any of them super well, but, like... I get to talk to, like, the same people every day in my Twitch chat, so it is a little bit different, so maybe that's the vibes. But I think for a long time, people have also been like, you act one way on Instagram versus how you act on YouTube, and I think that's, like, also what she's alluding to over here, too.
And I do it because I love talking to you guys. So you definitely should go. My username is hi.I'mBambi or whatever.
Hi.I'm.Bambi.
This is my username. But I just took my medicine, and it reminded me because I had someone ask me on Instagram, do you not take Lamictal for your bipolar anymore? So I just wanted to answer that question, that I actually was taken off of Lamictal. It was slowly decreased. Obviously, Lamictal is not one you mess with, because it clearly wasn't working for me.
Well, there you go. I feel like I do remember people asking that when she showed that pill organizer to begin with, because a lot of people were like, one, like, where are these medicines we thought you were taking? But then two, like, oh, you only have to take, like, I think she showed, like, two pills a day or something like that. And they're like, what's the point of a pill organizer? Which I'm inclined to agree with, because, you know, most people use those pill organizers because they have to take, like, a couple vitamins a day plus, like, 3, 4, 5 different pills a day, and it's easier to keep track of if you took them all or not, you know? So she's out here literally organizing 2 pills every day. But whatever works, whatever helps you remember to take the medicines you need.
You know, my mood swings, etc., etc. And Zoloft actually works for people with bipolar 2. Let me rephrase that. It can work for people with bipolar 2. All medicine is different. Oh my goodness. Oh, by the way, if you guys remember from my Temu, that little toy that like chirped, it makes like a frog noise.
I don't remember it at all.
Rarity was playing with it, and so was Twinkie. So they both love that.
Great.
I'm trying to give you guys random updates about that Temu haul. That Temu haul was so fun. So if you guys have not seen it, you definitely need to go watch.
I'm confused at what part we're gonna get to the I messed up Temu part of the title of this vlog, because like so far we're halfway through this video and she's only talked super positively about everything related to Temu.
I had the time of my life. Which reminds me, another Temu update. Remember how I told you how I got a case for my cell phone charger?
Why?
And I was like so confused on how it would work. Well, Feline figured it out. My cell phone charger is in the case.
Also,
and
why?
It's so cute. It has this
Why do we need that?
I think this would be good for like if you have like cats that chew on wires and stuff. Thankfully, my cats do not do that, but I feel like if you have cats that do, this might be a really good protectant, if that's a word. All right, so Feline is wearing the shirt
there she
well.
is. There she is. 2 arms and a torso today. We are really living it up and getting to see parts of wifey's body. Oh, already another day.
Hello. I'm actually starting my vlog.
Okay.
Because I need to use you guys as a mirror.
Oh, you know what? Her putting this makeup on also reminds me of one of the other things I did think was really silly about the Temu video, which is just that she opened up or unboxed or whatever you want to call it, a like face mask, you know, like as a cleanser, like to put on your face or whatever. You know, people do that for like self-care and things like that, and or just skincare. And she's like, I got this for Feline. My face is so sensitive, I can't just put anything on it. And then proceeded to try like all of these brand new makeups that she got from Temu, which may have also been of questionable quality, and put them all directly on her face for the first time right there in the video. I'm like, are we not also concerned about your super sensitive skin with all this makeup that you've never tried before? But here we are. Here we are.
I don't have a mirror near me. I wanted to add some of my lip stuff. I don't even remember what brand this is.
Why are we not trying the Temu?
It's a little cat.
Why are we not trying the Temu stuff?
So I actually have a doctor's appointment today, so I am headed to do that. So we're actually
Let's fucking go.
I'm really looking forward to it. No one likes to go to the doctor, but it's important.
I don't dislike going to the doctor.
I want to show you. I've always wanted an orchid, and last night Feline, she just ran to the store real quick. I stayed home because I wanted to edit the Temu video for you guys. By the way, the Temu video originally was over an hour long, and it came out to 31 minutes. Like, I edited it down so hard.
Wow, you edited it down so hard, and by that you just like cut out the parts probably where you were opening up the physical package, you know. It makes sense that you could probably cut out like 30 minutes worth of content there.
She surprised me with an orchid.
Oh,
that's
pretty.
One. It's a real live orchid.
That's really pretty.
And alrighty, you guys.
What's up?
Let's go to the doctor.
Oh, okay.
I might be the only one on planet Earth who feels this way, but when it's really hot outside, when you first get into the car, like how hot it feels, I low-key like that feeling. Like, it just feels so good. I think it's because...
Live your fucking truth, bestie, but not me. Not me. Ugh.
We keep our apartment at 72 degrees, so it's like cold in there. So when I get in the car, it kind of feels like the feeling you get when you first get into a hot tub. It feels so good.
No. What a fun, quirky girl moment, but no. You better be careful. You better be careful with them steps in that camera, girl. We don't need another dangling ankle moment. You got ballet flats on, girl. We gotta be careful. I don't need to have another dangling ankle.
Okay, so
lots of foot content, though. Let's be honest.
Little Barnes and Nobles, and in my doctor's appointment, I lost one of my earrings. Well, it was like the earring back. So I got up in front of everyone and I like looked for it and I found it. It's called going out of your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying?
That's going out of your comfort zone to get up and look for something you dropped or lost? Girl, what? Girl, what? You better go live with Patrick Star under a rock, because what the fuck are you doing? How is that going out of your comfort zone?
Barnes and Noble. Okay, so we just got home. We ended up going to check the P.O. box. We had to go pick up some medicine from the pharmacy. If you guys want to send me anything on my P.O. box and see me open it in a future video, you can do that. Here is my P.O. box right here. Request.
I'll pass. Thank you kindly, but I'll pass. Thanks for the offer, but I will indeed pass.
But no one sends me food, please. But I do appreciate everything sent to me, but just no food. Mom, if you're watching, look far, far away. Because you're about to see a gift I got you, so don't look it.
If you know your mom watches, why are you including it? Why are you including it? You're just including it because you get a high off of showing shit you bought. You don't need to include it. Just don't show it.
So I want to show you what I got at Barnes & Noble. I got my mom a little gift moment. Here's the bag. I want to put the gift in the bag because it's just, makes sense in my brain. So I got her this.
Yeah, people get gift bags. people get gift bags to put their gifts in. You're not operating at like a 4D chess level here. Your brain's not special. That's how it works, bestie.
This card, I literally thought it was so perfect. It has fireflies on them. And I remember when she came...
You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies do.
And I also got her this gorgeous journal.
Okay.
Because she said that she really wanted a journal.
If you can't get journals for yourself, get them for your mom.
And then I had to get something. So I had to tell myself, no journals, no books, you have plenty of journals, 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 you have plenty of books.
Well, you didn't have to get yourself a journal today because you got that serotonin boost whenever you got the journal for your mom.
I got this funky fidget thinking putty because I am a fidgeter. And I saw the word fidget and I said, I need it. So I want to open it on here. I have the tendency to smell literally everything, and this has no scent.
Okay. Oh, but it looks fun.
Like confetti on the inside.
That looks fun.
Look.
Ooh.
Oh my god. I'm going to have so much fun playing with this. Like, I'm just going to be watching YouTube, whatever it may be, just playing with it. I love it. It's so pretty and colorful. You think I'm a child. Next thing, I got this little Lego mini figurine.
If the ballet flat fits, bestie. If the ballet flat fits.
Mini figures. So there's 18 possible ones I could get. And I really, really want the Cruella de Vil. That is the one I'm hoping for. Intuition test. Try to guess. Which one will Amberlynn get?
I don't know, besties, but can I tell you something? When I went to Seattle, I met up with my friends that I play Fortnite with. They also moderate my Twitch channel. And one of them brought little things for us to open, like little blind boxes to unopen, just as like a fun little like token of, hey, we got together. And something we could share all together. This was my little cutie cake that came. It's just like a little cat in a takeout bag. And when I tell you, she just let us all pick one of the boxes and look at it and say like, ooh, what ones do we want? And I'm like, I'm just getting a vibe from this particular box. And I looked at all the options that you could get on the side of the box. And I saw this little guy and I'm like, I'm manifesting that he is in there. I am manifesting that he is in there, and he was in there. Obviously, I'm holding him right here.
I wasn't filming when I opened it, which is unfortunate, but I opened it. Feline said Jiminy Cricket. I say Krilla, so let's see.
Krilla? Who is she? Who'd you get?
What? Is it Mickey Mouse? Because, like, there's this paper. Oh, no.
Girly.
No.
Girly, that paper is just all the things you could get, I think.
Damn it. All right, let me make it. All right, so it wasn't Mickey after all.
Oh, it's Pocahontas! Do you sing with all the colors of the wind.
I had to build her. It's Pocahontas.
I said sing, but she says paint. She says paint. Y'all know I don't know the words to any song.
Yes, not gonna lie. Kinda love it. Let's talk about Temu. So in this vlog, you see that I am
obsessed.
Hyping up Temu and the items that I got.
Exactly, that's what I said. I said we got halfway through this video and all you've talked about was Temu positively.
And it's like, the items that I got, like, it still stands. I like what I got. I think for the price, I am amazed. Like, a cell phone case like this would normally be like $10, $20. This was...
I think that's what people are trying to say, though, bestie, is that if you're getting any kind of item that you would normally have to pay a lot more for, there's probably a reason for that.
Like, I got 55 items for $172. Like, that is crazy. That averages out, like, $3-something per item. And I knew nothing about this company besides... everything I saw, people were hyping it up, saying how cool the stuff was and how cheap it was. I didn't know any of, like, the background stuff. Like, from point A to point B. Point A is when this is made, when this is packed, shipped to me. Point B is me. Nothing about the back end. And you guys are coming in hot. I have gotten so many messages on Instagram. A lot of people, like, they're not good with constructive criticism at all. Like, telling me I'm gross, I'm a narcissist because I ordered from this company. Like,
okay, but I've seen, I mean, even the Instagram story I showed at the beginning of this was good constructive feedback. So, like, let's just focus on the good constructive feedback, because that post that I saw you from the beginning, I literally still have it pulled up on my computer screen over here. All they said was, do you know if Temu has good practices and do they use forced labor? I don't know much about it. I feel like that is a very kind, fair question. So I don't know why you have to emphasize that people are being mean to you when there's obviously a lot of people that you showed yourself on Instagram who were being nice to you about it.
There's a difference between constructive criticism versus just, like, hatred. Then there's, like, a large portion of people who came at me with, like, Amberlynn, click this link, read this article, I think you should know about this, because Temu is actually a very bad company. There is a lot of bad practices. I don't really know if I'm even allowed to discuss it on YouTube. I don't want to break terms of service. I try my hardest to follow the rules here on YouTube.
Now, bestie, I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't read every single line of the terms of service of YouTube, but I don't know what about talking about this on YouTube would keep you from being able to talk about it. I really, like, I'm going to need more information on why you think that this would be against terms of service to talk about a business or a company's unethical practices and business practices. You know what I'm saying? Like...
But I am letting everyone know that I heard you guys loud and clear, and I read the articles, and I did my research. I want to leave in the clips in this vlog where I'm hyping up Temu, and I'm like, yeah, I love this item. Because it literally is a perfect example of how we're only paying attention to point B instead of A. You know, we're super excited. We got that cheap cell phone case. We got some cute earrings, etc., etc. But, like, there's more to the story. And I'm a prime example of ignorance.
Just stop right there. Prime example of ignorance. You can stop right there. Say no more, Amberlynn.
Research on a company, because in my mind, as someone who is ignorant, it's hard to believe that people are put under such horrible conditions just to make a few dollars. And some of these people don't even make any money. It's like slavery. It's very sad. And I think that this is a really good example of how I have a lot to learn just about life in general. And I will never...
What a surprise. You are the only one just realizing that about yourself, bestie. You're the last one on that train to realize that you have a lot to learn about life.
ever be shopping from Temu again. So I do appreciate the people who came at me like with true constructive criticism.
Sure.
Like, I appreciate it. I'm here to hear it.
Good.
I'm here to learn.
Good.
So
Great.
again, thank you. And I truly, truly did not mean to offend or to give money to a company that does not at all deserve it. I am actually going to end this vlog. I hope that you guys did enjoy it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.
I had a good time. I don't know if that was because of you, but I would say I had a good time today. I enjoyed doing this reaction for y'all today. I will say, you know, I'm glad that she's listening to feedback and trying to learn from it. I think that that's great. I hope she is serious about actually doing the research and learning about it. You know, I hope that she read through the articles that people shared with her and stuff. I just guess I have questions about, like, if she really did, because I don't understand why it would be against terms of service for her to talk about Teemu's unethical practices. Like, I'm sure you could go find YouTube videos about it as well, which is why I'm very hesitant about co-signing that it would be against terms of service to discuss it on her channel. Anyways, that's all I have time for today. So thank you so much for watching, for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. And if you're brand new to my channel, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. Bye!